Hi Libra, welcome to this community. My name's Sophia. Welcome back, welcome if you're new. So what I was picking up was they're going to fight. It's a bit fluffy, as I would call it, but fighting for this connection because they're missing you. I know. So I don't normally talk like that or say things like that, but that's what I'm picking up. They're going to fight for it now. As kind of thing, and I feel because you've pulled back, that's what I feel, or not showing interest. So there's like, okay, I'm going to fight for it now. So let's see. Oh, okay, let's get a couple more. Yeah, something to do with being a couple as well. Declaration of love, that word of being a couple, something like that. So let's see. You might be like, I thought we was already. I don't know. Let's see. Nine of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles are pulled too. Making it real is what I'm getting. Making it real. You know, Four of Swords. And then I'll jump into this. So Nine of Swords is, I feel like I said they're missing you. And this is your person, Nine of Swords, thinking about you here. And it's like they know something about you're ignoring them or something like that. It's like you're gracefully going on doing your own thing, which is triggering them. If it was, you know, an argument, and I don't feel it's an argument here, I think it would have been different. Because you've pulled away, or you're literally focusing on you, because I feel you look all right here, that's what's triggering them to want to come towards you, because you're like, yeah, and just getting on doing your work or whatever you're doing here, which is you're drowning out the noise of contacting them. They're drowning out the noise of, you know, wanting to text them all the time. There's something like that with you, which is, so that's eased with you as well. So you don't feel compelled to go towards them, which is switching that energy for them to come towards you. You're focused on your physicality, your world, with you next to the Ace of Pentacles. After, well, oh no, this is a bit different. So yeah, this is you focused on tarot, the esoteric, you know, whatever you're doing with your version of mission. I won't go into mission. I've just done a collective reading about mission if you want to know about that. The Four of Swords is, yeah, this is your person. Yeah, watching you. They do watch you. You influence them by what you do. If you're working in a hairdresser shop and you're a light worker, how are you influencing them to change planet Earth for what you're supposed to be as a humanitarian? This is what this is. This is about, your person is being still with the Four Swords here, stillness, and reflecting on what they really want. Kind of like what I get in is pros and cons. So the well, it's not really a con, but I don't know why they call it that. But anyway, the benefits of you is like the Three of Cups is a celebration, and the bad side is heartbreak. It's kind of, it's obvious to the feminine, right? But this is what I feel your person's doing. He's like, you know, when you chill out in the evening, he's like, well, okay, if I leave this alone, what will happen? And he's like, okay, I can't deal with that because I'm going to upset. So, you know, like I said, it depends. Some of you have had enough and you've pulled back, and some of you are just focused on you. So it's like, I need to go for this, Four Swords, because next is Five of Swords. I selfishly want this person to myself. So I need to put a label on it, a commitment on it. This is what I'm getting with this. Because this person is A, either not interested in me and doing their own tarot, esoteric, whatever thing, or B, pulling away. I'm losing them. They're drowning out the noise of me texting them, me phoning them, or even in their head, because Nine of Swords is, nightmare in the head of I should be with this person. For some reason, she or he's not coming towards me. That's what I feel with this. Four of Swords is like, I need to step up, is what I'm getting. The Emperor underneath the Nine of Swords is like, yeah, you're just focused on 100% like an emperor. Can't say that word as well. This is you getting into your masculine, building your own empire. You should be. That's what I'm doing with people in mission. We're building our own communities, our own empires, so that everyone has access to the stuff that's on my website. And my website will have people who's in mission as well. It's not just about me before you say, oh yeah, everyone's going to know your stuff. No, I'm going to be putting people who's in mission on the website as well. So this is about you building your empire and working on yourself, because that's Aries here. It's just self. Working on yourself, doing your own thing, which your person feels that. It's like, I'm going to lose her. I'm going to lose him. Underneath this Ace of Pentacles, a Page of Wands. What's this? It's like, to me, this Page of Wands is when your person ignores you or comes casually or in and out or whatever like that. You're like, those days are gone. I don't feel that's a very weak energy. So I'm like, this is, to me, is like, you're not going back to that, or you're not having that, or any of that showing up as a page. Wands is, showing up as, casual sex or just one sex. All that I feel is like, no, because it's on top of this. This is the feminine sorting out her physical world, her money, right, by working on herself. I'm not having none of this, mate. I fucking got the Ace of Pentacles. I'm not having casual anymore. Or I'm not having that kind of whatevers. The strength underneath your person over here is like getting the strength to do this commitment thing. Now, your person is in some kind of religion, belief, tradition of how to, because the Four of Swords is normally like, I kind of done it like the traditional deck. You wouldn't think so. But this is like in a church, and to me, it's like it looks dead. Four Swords cards always reminds me of like, not the death card, but death, because he's in the church and he's lying there like he's in a coffin, right? That means that they're in that like old, outdated, dead and buried belief system of tradition, religion. That's what it is. And getting the strength, because it's hard to change a culture. If you're brought up in a traditional way of doing things, it's very hard to change, regardless if there's an actual, because my person is Rasta, but he wasn't born Rasta. But his I had a conversation about this as well to him. Oh gosh, he's a Libra. Hopefully he ain't watching this. But anyway, he's Rasta, but I'm like, I wouldn't, if I came round to his place, I wouldn't believe he was Rasta by looking at where he lives, his flat. I said, because it looks like you're more of a army person, because, he likes all that. He knows all about the war. I think he's been in the war and all this, right? I'm like, because of his upbringing was more of the war. He likes all that combat, army, knives, guns. I was like, that's not Rasta really life. But his religion is that. So what I'm saying that is because your person is brought up from that culture. It doesn't matter what they say or what they look like, because if you see my person, he's got long hair, he's growing it into locks, and he's really into the Rasta religion. But to me, his culture, his beliefs is more to do with his upbringing of this I don't know what it's called. Army life, I call it. That's what it is. That's more of his culture to me. I didn't see anything. I said, I don't see any Rasta thing in your flat, any red, gold and green, any Bob Marley flags. He doesn't have none of that. But he's definitely Rasta. My point is here, is that there's some culture, religion that your person is trying to get the strength to come away from to create this foundation. Four of Wands here is a foundation, right? And that's you create it, which you're doing very well. You're drowning out the noise of other people, Three of Swords, telling you what to do. Mum, best friend, other tarot readers, get rid of him, right? Other tarot readers, he's coming tomorrow to say he loves you, right? You're drowning out that noise because all you're doing, so why am I saying other tarot readers? Because they just say, he's coming towards you, a proposal, apology. He's thinking about you, and they don't give actual, like saying that you have to take action yourself, matey, and programs to remove the negativities. That's a negative. So all you do is wait for your person, because the tarot reader said it's going to happen, and it creates heartbreak. Because I broke up the Three of Swords in separate things here. I thought my phone was going. Three of Swords, Three of Swords, Three of Swords. See? So I broke it up. So it didn't make the Nine of Swords. You're drowning that out. Can you see? Covering the ears to move forward. So this, to create your stability. That's a feminine hand. There. That's you, which is creating your person. Then do the same. You lead, they follow. Sun and the moon here. Twin flame counterparts. Because it's the planets. You're from upstairs. You're alien, which means you're different. So you should be doing things differently. Underneath, so that's, yeah, this is Nine of Wands, is normally defensive about his or her upbringing. Like, for example, if I said it to David in a funny way, my person in a funny way, like, oh, you're not Rasta, you're more of an army person or something like that, or oh, you're so army, you need to be more spiritual, or you're stuck in your belief system, whatever it is, they're defensive about it, right? But this is changing. This is having the strength. I've got two strength cards. This is one called strength, but it's the Nine of Wands. That's a wand, right? Can you see the star in the background? Because you're Starseed. So the defensiveness is for you to go into your knowing that this defensiveness is breaking down the walls of your person to carry on just doing your own thing. By you doing that breaks down this defensiveness. You're like, all right, you do that, mate. I'm over here making my own stability, which is changing this from the Four of Swords to the Five of Swords to the Six of Swords to moving forward, right? Seven of Swords to the Eight, like that. It goes up like that. It's to come away from the thinking. He's going into the heart spaces, or she is what I'm getting as well, which is, and why are they telling me about Tiveret? I know that's the Severod on, let me see. Ah, that's what they're saying about Tiveret. So Tiveret is in the Tree of Life, is this the center focus. It's a heart chakra, let's say, in the Tree of Life, and it's where the core beliefs and values are. That's why they were saying about Tiveret. It's changing his. He is changing, or she is changing their core beliefs and values. Four Swords. That's what I just got. So the underneath, Queen of Cups, and it's this long, and the Tower card. So the foundation is crumbling, like I said, core beliefs and values. Tower. This is your universe, because he's been still, she's been still to reflect. And yeah, because you've pulled away. Look, hand over the cup. Not emotionally investing in you, matey. No, this is Queen of Cups, which is a step up. That's what the High Priestess has. That's actually that the full moon, the waxing moons on top there, meaning you're going following you, because of the high priestess is intuition. You're following your intuition. Your intuition is telling you, come away from people, come away from your person, come away from blah, 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 right? And get on and make your own foundation. And that absolute pulling back is, there's a lot of the push and the pull, but but it's pulling your person towards you, because you're actually pulling back. So good reading. So if you're new, check out my playlist, and speak to you later.